just before we dive headfirst into this video, I'd just like to take a moment to say a big massive thank you to 2K for providing all of the following information and details early and ahead of time so I could prepare and put this video together for you guys. I am very much honoured and grateful and very appreciative of being given this opportunity to be able to bring all this information to you as soon as possible. So once again, just a big massive thank you to 2K for that. We have quite a bit of stuff to go through in this video, so I don't want to waste too much time getting into things. The way that it's going to go is I'm going to read through the press release from 2K regarding PGA Tour 2K21, and then after that I will go back and we'll go through each bit and we'll kind of analyse and dig a little deeper into it, and I'll give my thoughts on the things. And while we're doing that as well, there will be some of the a few of the very first released by the time you're seeing this anyway, released screenshots of the game. So without any more messing around, let's dive on into things and kick things off with what I presume would be the elephant in the room for absolutely everybody anyway, and that is, when is the game going to be available? So I can confirm for you that PGA Tour 2K21 tees off worldwide on August 21st. So stick that down your calendars. The game will be available for purchase as from August 21st. Another main thing as well is the cover athlete, or athlete even, will be Justin Thomas, and a roster of officially licensed pro players, courses and gear are going to make the most authentic PGA Tour video game experience to date. So just get those two main things out of the way first, and right now let's dive on into the actual press release itself. So 2K crushed a long drive today with the announcement that PGA Tour 2K21, its forthcoming officially licensed golf simulation video game, is currently scheduled for worldwide release on Friday, August 21st, 2020 for the PlayStation 4. For the PlayStation 4 system, Xbox One family of devices including the Xbox One X and Windows PC via Steam, Nintendo Switch system and Stadia. Featuring decorated PGA Tour Pro Justin Thomas as a cover athlete, PGA Tour 2K21 heralds the return of the great golf video game that fans have been missing. Developed by HB Studios, the studio behind the Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour, PGA Tour 2K21 marks the evolution of the Golf Club franchise and will include 15 licensed PGA Tour courses, each of which was scanned using cutting-edge technology to bring the fairways, greens, bunkers, trees, lakes and ponds to life. Players can also trick out their own greens and fairways with thousands of custom options in the course designer, and fans can reserve their tee time now by pre-ordering PGA Tour 2K21 at participating retailers. So, quote from Justin Thomas. So he says, being chosen to be the first ever cover athlete for the premier PGA Tour 2K game is a tremendous honour, said Justin Thomas, 2017 FedEx Cup champion, PGA Championship winner and former world #1 official world golf ranking. I'm excited to join the 2K family and challenge players everywhere on the digital links, he continues. Thomas will be joined by 11 additional PGA Tour pros, each of whom will present a challenge to the players in PGA Tour career mode as they compete to become a FedEx Cup champion. Players can also create and personalise their My Players with equipment and apparel from licensed brands including Adidas, Polo Ralph Lauren, Malbon Golf, Callaway Golf, Bridgestone Golf, TaylorMade Golf and more. Capping off the simulation experience, PGA Tour 2K21 will feature a broadcast-style presentation with state-of-the-art graphics, dynamic cutscenes and a seamless replay system, all anchored by the play-by-play commentary of renowned broadcaster Luke Elvey and analyst Rich Beam. As a global leader in the sports simulation genre, 2K is the perfect partner to kick off the new PGA Tour 2K video game series and introduce the PGA Tour experience to new players of all ages, said Len Brown, PGA Tour Chief Legal Officer and Executive Vice President Licensing. We're thrilled to see what the future of the franchise has in store, starting with PGA Tour 2K21. So golf is hotter than ever, with celebrities, athletes, musicians playing the game and sharing their experiences on social media every day, said Chris Snyder, Vice President of Marketing for 2K. Our goal is to create the most authentic golf simulation experience ever, and HB Studios brings that authenticity to into PGA Tour 2K21, which is a true 2K. I'm getting all tongue-tied, too excited. Which is a true 2K game in every sense, incorporating realism, depth, and fun that appeals to golf aficionados and casual fans alike. So PGA Tour 2K21 is designed for players of all skill levels. Rookies can take advantage of the real-time tutorials, tips and shot suggestions, while veterans can master their games with Pro Vision, distance control, putt preview and other innovations. Social gaming is at the core of the experience, as players can hit the links with friends in local and online matches, including alt shot, stroke play, skins and 4-player scramble. In addition, online societies will encourage players to invite their squad to hit the clubhouse and run full seasons and tournaments with unique entry rules and requirements, as well as handicap and event settings. And finally, through partnership between 2K and sports lifestyle brand Adidas, players who pre-order PGA Tour 2K21 will receive the 2K Adidas Code Chaos My Player Pack, featuring Adidas Code Chaos BOA golf shoes and custom 2K Adidas gear, including a Sport Performance polo, Ultimate 365 pants and tour hat designed by Adidas Golf exclusively for PGA Tour 2K21. Players who purchase the PGA Tour 2K21 Deluxe Edition will receive the 2K Adidas Code Chaos My Player Pack, as well as the Golden Touch Pack featuring a gold putter and driver, and a 2300 VC pack, which can be used to unlock in-game cosmetic items. Now, before you jump straight down into the comments to say, oh no, there's microtransactions in it, allow me to expand on that a little bit more with a bit more detail. It does go on to say a little bit further down, cosmetic items can also be unlocked by achieving in-game objectives. No additional purchase necessary, so keep that in mind. Excuse me. So that is pretty much the full press release there. So right now you should be seeing, just drifting in and out of screen. I will maybe touch on, if we do have a bit of time, we'll talk about them in a little bit more detail, but you should be seeing some fresh off the press screenshots coming up on screen right now. As we head back up onto the top, and we'll just cover onto, or we'll just, I'm looking at the word cover, just touch back onto the first thing about cover athlete Justin Thomas. So this is obviously the first time now in the franchise for the golf club, as it's branching off into PGA Tour, that we've now we have, although we have had faces on and golfers appearing on the cover before, it's the first time we've had an actual PGA Pro. So I'd like to actually, I say a big congratulations to congratulations for Justin Thomas on getting that, being the face of PGA Tour 2K21 for the first outing of the series being titled this way. Excuse me. That's a big thing, and also then to say that he will be joined by 11 additional PGA Tour pros, each of whom are going to present players with a challenge throughout career mode. Now it doesn't obviously specify exactly what they mean. We don't know yet if there's only going to be 11 in total, or does it mean that there's actually only going to be 11 likenesses represented in game? So could it be, because with how it's said, or with how Justin Thomas himself has quoted saying he's excited to join the 2K family and challenge players everywhere on the digital links, is that potential? Now I'm not scripting anything here, this is all me just speculating and wondering. I'm just digging in a little bit now, just churning away ideas. Is it possible that we are going to see, maybe in career mode, where we could have a playing partner on the course? So you'd be playing alongside, for example, Justin Thomas, and there'll be in between shots you'll be able to see Justin Thomas himself taking a shot. You'll be able to see cutscenes of him walking after his shots, all this sort of thing, like what we saw before in EA titles, the Tiger Woods series. That would be interesting to see. I have a feeling that there is going to be more names, but not likenesses maybe in or showing up on the leaderboard for career mode. That's what I'm guessing anyway. It's going to be very, very interesting to see, as well as the addition now of new commentator. The way with it saying now is going to be state of the art dynamic cutscenes as well. That's why I'm kind of hinting or leaning towards that, guessing away at that. And that we're going to have a much more fluid commentary system and give that real PGA Tour vibe. Obviously we have Luke Elvey returning. He did make a debut appearance in TGC 2019 alongside John McCarthy with commentating, but the commentary wasn't very in-depth in that. So by the sounds of things now, we're going to have a much more in-depth and realistic commentary system in place, and Luke is going to be obviously accompanied by another well-known name in the golfing world, Rich Beam. So that is going to be fantastic to see how that goes. I would actually like to see, possibly to some degree, I don't know whether or not this is going to happen, but I would like to see, at least to some degree, a return of the original voice of the golf club being John himself, maybe in just local matches or something like that. That would be nice to see, seeing as how, as I did mention, he has been the voice of the golf club for many years now. It's great to see as well the addition of a number of new licensed brands. So obviously we obviously see heavily endorsed is Adidas, going by the fact that we have got pre-order bonuses and stuff like that with Adidas. So on top of that, then we also have, where am I going? I've got Polo Ralph Lauren, Malbon Golf, Callaway Golf, Bridgestone Golf, TaylorMade Golf, and more. So we do already know as well, thanks to whoever was quick enough to be able to pause the teaser trailer just at the right moment, we do know that Under Armour is also making a return. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what other brands are going to be making a return. Could there be potentially maybe Nike or Cobra, or who else? Like if we touch down maybe into the likes of Titleist as well and stuff, are we going to see the likes of that? It's going to be very, very interesting now to see exactly how this all pans out. Also as well, although we did have it officially but unofficially confirmed not long after the teaser trailer did drop, all you designers, at least you can breathe a sigh of relief now as well, with the fact that there is going to be the course designer, and the fact it's going to be thousands of custom options. Now I do hope that it's really been expanded upon. I did touch on it briefly in the previous video. I think it was actually in the previous two videos that I did say that the way that with like the terrain, so like me just giving, like, I mean, I'm not a designer myself, so I'm not going to bother trying to even go into detail as to exactly what can be done on the designer. I have messed around with it a few times here and there, but with the likes of, say, retaining walls and making them flow like the way that, if, for example, the retaining wall around 17 at Sawgrass is flowing up and down, hopefully that, like, you can really get into some detail. And also then the addition, like we are now going to have pretty much just shy of 3 times the amount now fully licensed PGA Tour courses. So obviously in the previous game we had the 6 licensed TPC courses. We're going to see 2 of them 100% confirmed anyway to be returning in the game. You probably will have seen from one of the screenshots that's come up on screen already. We have now also got confirmed TPC Scottsdale, that is going to be making an appearance again, as well as obviously from the teaser trailer we're going to have TPC Sawgrass for the players. So career mode wise, no idea exactly what tournaments and stuff we're going to have in the career mode, but going by those 2 courses anyway, we're definitely going to have obviously the players, which we do know of already from the teaser trailer, but with Scottsdale I would assume then we'd have the likes of the Phoenix, the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how in depth the actual career mode is going to be. It's looking very, very promising so far, as I say, 15 licensed PGA Tour courses. Now obviously I did mention then towards the end of the the press release, that yes, there is going to be virtual currency in the game. So that does suggest toward, obviously there's going to be microtransactions in the game or whatever, but as I did say, it does say that which can be used to unlock in-game cosmetic items, and then it continues on then to say that cosmetic items can be unlocked by achieving in-game objectives and no additional purchases are necessary. So you're not going to have to dig into your wallet to get these things. Going by tradition of games, and it may turn out to be a little bit of a grind, but at the end of the day, we're all looking forward to this game. We're going to be playing it. We're going to be playing it and playing it and playing it. You're not even going to be thinking about the grind. I will be expecting that possibly maybe further down the line, who knows, maybe even leading up to launch, maybe 2K can secure licensing for even more courses, and if they come along in the forms of a paid DLC, I personally I have no problem with the likes of paid DLC like that, in the traditional sense, but I personally myself don't want to see non-cosmetic microtransactions, if you get where I'm going. So hopefully that's not the case. So what else can we touch on? So yeah, so touching onto the playability of the game, I suppose you could say, with it's saying that rookies can take advantage of real-time tutorials, tips and shot suggestion. I will assume that there is going to be similar to TGC. Was there one in TGC 1? I can't remember. I think there was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was. But TGC 2 and TGC 2019 anyway, the brief tutorial when you first boot up the game. I'm assuming they're going to expand upon that, and then it's going to maybe there'll be options that there'll be sort of maybe on-screen hints or tutorials maybe might come up. That's what I'm kind of getting from that. Shot suggestion wise, I mean, we pretty much I suppose you could say we've had that anyway. The game will automatically default to a certain club and suggest that shot to you. So from what I can gather just by that, that's not going to be anything overly new. But then with the veterans can master the games with Provision distance control. That distance control, I'm paying big attention to that, being the fact that a lot of the community, majority of the community, have been screaming nearly at the top of their lungs of this right now to give us some backspin back into the game on shots. So lofting up those short irons, the wedges, pitch shots, flops or whatever, sticking them in past the hole and spinning them back. Going by distance control, that's definitely pointing in that direction, that we are going to have backspin in the game, which will be very much welcomed with open arms for the majority of the community. And then put preview and other innovations. So I'll be interested to see what they mean by other innovations. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'll touch on that in a second. Now obviously the put preview, that's probably maybe triggering alarms to some of you. It's like, oh, is it gonna branch off down the arcade road now and be drifting away from simulation? I have a feeling personally that it's going to be similar to the Golf Club 2019, where there is actually a put preview mode in that, but I think if I remember correctly, it's restricted to the beginner clubs only, and I don't think it's not permitted outside of a local match or anything like that. So like a solo round by yourself or so, or just a casual having a laugh around with friends, I don't think it's permitted outside that. That's how I have a feeling that's how it's probably going to be implemented as well, because obviously we do have online societies returning. So I presume it'll be something similar to that. But the other innovations, that is actually a very interesting one, because one thing that myself personally and a lot of others in the community, what we found kind of boggled the brain in terms of you're trying to think of it in a physics way and logic way, that it was just very confusing as to how this came about, was the fact that obviously if you hit a fast downswing, you're going to get some, in TGC 2019, you're going to get some extra distance. You're putting some more pace in. You're really going fast with that club head speed, and you're going to generate a lot more force, get your extra distance. but how it came about for a slow down swing to do the same. Given extra, like, I don't mind it given a fade or a push or whatever, but with it given the extra yardage, it felt very, very unnatural, due to the fact that, I mean, if you're swinging at a slower speed than optimal, being a perfect downswing or a fast downswing, and yet you're getting a similar distance to what you get on a fast downswing, it was just very, very weird. So I hope that's been fixed, that's no longer a thing. But again, I just honestly cannot think what the other innovations might be. I really look forward to finding out more information on that. So obviously we do have returning game modes as well. So we have alt shot. It does say as well, including alt shot, stroke play, skins, and 4-player scramble. So obviously I assume there will be. I'd have to assume that there will be match play and all the ones that we have previously. Maybe they might throw in some little fun, not so serious game modes as well. That remains to be seen. It'll be interesting to see. But a big thing as well, though, is the return, obviously, of the online societies, and it'll encourage players to invite their squad to hit the clubhouse and run full seasons and tournaments. So pretty much what we can, well, full seasons, which is what we could do, and tournaments. So does that mean that we are possibly going to be able to maybe set up our own, for example, a Ryder Cup event? Something along those lines, and have a tournament, have a table, or whatever, and all this sort of thing. Are we going to be able to set up stuff like that, or knockouts and all that sort of stuff? Hopefully we get some more information on that fairly soon, and with unique entry rules and requirements. So maybe if you set up a tournament, you have to have finished within a certain place in a certain time. So that's pretty much all that I can think of now at the moment, going through all that. We'll just take a quick look at the screenshots. So the first one is, obviously we have a golfer dressed in green. He is on 17 at Sawgrass, and it's hard to tell. It does look a hell of a lot. It does have that TGC appearance to it, but it looks a lot more polished from what I can see. Can't tell if those clothes are actually branded or not. Moving on to the next one, though, this looks like we do have the return of celebrations. So here we can see this fella on his knees. He's obviously sank a winning putt by the looks of things. So we're going to have something similar to that. The crowd as well, they look a lot more diverse, the right word, I think I'm trying to think on there. But they do look a lot better over TGC 2019 and TGC 2 as well. And then moving on as well, we have a female golfer here who's doing, again, this is another sort of celebration thing, so kind of acknowledging the crowd for a good putt. And then moving on to the next hole, just seems to be just a sort of generic, I suppose you could say, clothes outfit that she's wearing. Moving on, obviously, then I did mention earlier, we have got the TPC Scottsdale making a return, and there is what is largely considered to be the loudest hole in golf being showcased for this screenshot. And moving on to this gentleman here taking his shot, no idea what course this is, but going by his trousers, or sorry, not his trousers, but by his top. Obviously we did mention that there is going to be a lot more officially licensed, branded clothing and equipment. I don't know if he's going to make it out on the screen, but what I'm looking at here now myself, there is a logo of some sort just at the bottom end of a sleeve. Now it's very hard to make out, but it does look possible that it is, just from here, it's not an officially branded one. I think it's possibly actually just a HB branded one. So it remains to be seen. Maybe we might get another couple of shots of that particular golfer, and we'll be able to see if there's any logos. And then moving on to this final one, I have no idea what this course is. I think it's possibly a return of a HB official course again. I am not sure, but that looks to be our golfer from the teaser trailer. As I can see, we have got the red shirt and the Under Armour shoes there. That is pretty much all that I have for the moment. If you did enjoy the video and you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy me bringing you all this info as early as possible. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and click the bell so you stay notified for all future information. As soon as it drops, I will get it out to you. Until then, take care, have yourselves a good one, and bye for now.